Say kids, what time is it? It's movie time! Well, at least I hope so. Good evening, folks. How you doing? Well, it's movie time. Well, at least I'm going to attempt to project a movie for you. I tried fixing that gaff 588 model, and I lubricated and did a lot of work on it, but it eats film. I hate these automatic threading projectors. I hate them. If I can get a Super 8 that's manual threading only, I know I'd be doing good. But anyway, so I can't project any Super 8 for you. I'm sorry, but the damn thing just won't work. It chews up everything. It chopped up my leader. It just ruined it. So we're going to be running the one film that I have. Unfortunately, that's all I have, so it's going to be a short movie. The TRI-X black and white movie, apparently of my old workshop back in the days when I had less equipment, an older equipment. And I got the movie screen out, and I'm going to commence to put the movie screen out. And we'll get set up here, so don't go away. Alright, folks. The last time I set up a movie screen was in 1978. Yes, sir. So what we do is we move this out of the way. This is our entertainment center. This is where my wife does all her computer stuff. This is all her paint collection stuff, and she's doing some paperwork here, so we're not going to disturb that. We're going to move this out of the way. We're going to set the movie screen up. Now this is the one I got at the yard sale. The one I had was a lot better than this, but I guess this will work. A little thing about movie screens. To my knowledge, there was two types of movie screens. There was the beaded, which is what this is, and there was the lenticular screen, which had the vertical. If you look close, it had vertical bars. It was kind of like a textured finish. The lenticular screen gave you a better angle. So if you're sitting in front of the screen, either screen would give you a good picture. But a lenticular screen, you can go off to the side and you'll still get a bright image. A beaded screen, not so much so. A beaded screen was better, at least wise in my experience, was better as looking direct on it. It gave you a brighter picture than a lenticular screen. But if you were off on an angle, let's say you had some audiences, some of the people were off to the side, because not everybody could sit in the line with the projector. Well, in that case, if you were watching this on this beaded screen, which is what I'm going to be putting up here right now, it's the first time I ever opened this thing. I bought it at a yard sale. I have no idea. Oh, that's as far as it goes. That thing goes way up here, but this is as far as this opens. And it's... Alright, we're going to have to put that down a little bit here. We don't need a big screen anyways, because we are small lens on that projector. Alright, let's see. So if you're watching your movie on a beaded screen, which is what this is, and you're looking straight on it, you're going to get the brightest image. They're made with little glass beads. Hence, beaded screen. If you're sitting over here like a 45-degree angle off to the screen axis, you're not going to see as bright a picture. It's going to be dimmer. If this was a lenticular screen, your viewing angle at the 45-degree mark versus the 90-degree mark would be just about the same. My experience with lenticular screens, because I've used them both, I've owned them both, I prefer the beaded screen. Now, this projector here, as far as I know, has a 500-watt lamp in it. We are going to set this projector up back here probably. Now, I don't have a very big room. This is about, say from the screen to the room divider here where the camera is located is probably about 9 feet. That's going to give you a picture about yay big on the screen. Maybe a foot, 13, 14 inches. Because the lens is smaller on an 8mm versus Super 8. Super 8 is 50% larger frame size on the film. And most Super 8 movie projectors have larger lenses, a wide angle lens, and some of them have zoom lenses so that you can bring the picture out larger to a certain extent. And you do not need to have 20 or 30 feet from the screen to the projector in order to fill the screen. This is a small screen. I don't know what the size is, but I'm estimating it's probably about 3 foot wide. It's very small. I had a 50 by 50 inch screen. It's still sitting up in the old house. All right, enough talking. We're going to get set up now, and we'll come right back on this video in a minute. Now, we still got daylight coming through, but my experience was that if the room is totally dark, the video is not going to show up. The camera will be overexposed because what it's doing is it's picking up all the darkness. And the lens's aperture is wide open automatically on the video camera. And any bright objects will be washed out totally, as you've seen on my last video. So we're going to have a little light in the room. We will shut the main light off up here, though. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Lights, camera, action. Put the motor on. Now we're not in total darkness. Because the overexposure problem on the camera. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls everywhere. That's my old workshop. I hope you can see that with this camera. Try to zoom in a little bit for you. I don't like doing that because it's digital zoom. Okay, that's my old workshop. Back in the late 70s. That's one of my tube testers. That's a Sylvania. That's my heat kit oscilloscope. That's an old oscilloscope I was working on. None of these things I had anymore. And like I say, this film is in poor shape as far as exposure is concerned. So, I was all experimentation, manual controls on the camera, and this film was light struck too, taken in and out of the camera, so that's why it gets washed out in some places. But a lot of this equipment I no longer had when before I closed my shop. Like I say, this is in the late 70s. I sure miss my shop. Now the camera is probably about 3 feet, 4 feet away from the projector. You're going to hear a little projector noise, but it's not bad. That's before I had my outlet stripped. and I had a lot less equipment back then, but I was always changing equipment, upgrading and getting rid of the old stuff. Keeping old stuff, but better old stuff. There's some comical signs I used to hang up. And this is TRI-X film, as I recall, ASA 800. The shop basically is the same as it was when I had the guys up there to clean, except for stuff that I upgraded and got better stuff. That's me clowning around with the camera. Now, hopefully this video comes out okay. Not very entertaining, but it gives you a little idea of some of the movies. That's a top view of my head. I did a lot of stupid things and wasted a lot of film and things back then. That's some of my Popular Electronics, Electronics World and Everything magazines, which I got rid of quite a few years ago. Howard W. Sam's television schematics. One of my reel-to-reel tape recorders I was working on. See, I better check the projector and see if we're getting close to the end here. Yeah, we are getting very close to the end, so I want to catch it before it goes out. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're letting it cool down. Got to shut the bulb off, letting it cool down. So I got the tape, the film stuck in here, and I used to put a clump of tape inside to hold it from unraveling coming out of the reel. And if I don't catch it in time, it'll tug and tear the sprockets. I wished I had more film to show you. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the show. I just wished I could have projected some Super 8, because I've got a lot of Super 8. Now, you also may have noticed that up in this corner here, you can't really see it, but there's dark areas which show up light now, and it looks like the lens is dirty. The big blotches here, here, and here, but that's the screen. You hit it a certain way, and you know, it's just the screen itself. I don't know what happened to it, but like I say, it was at a yard sale, so I think what it's doing is it's missing some of the beaded, the glass beads. I just wished I brought one of my screens back over from the old house, but I got no room for it. This is a small one, so it fits in my shed without any problem. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed your little event at the movies. And by the way, this movie is free. There is no charge. Thank you for watching, and have a good night, everybody.